Hello guys, welcome to Xammp Studios. Today I wanted to teach you on where to start as a web developer. So first and foremost, today I'm recording but I don't have internet, but I think this could be a very good entry point. So as a web developer, what do you need? The most important thing you need is Xammp. Xammp, you go to apache, and then you download Xammp. Okay, so you will come up with an application. You will see an icon like this, Apache, and then the most important thing is you have to register. Okay, you have to install it, and then you will come to a control panel like this, where you will have Apache, MySQL, FileZilla, Tomcat, and all that. So Apache is what it's called, the local server for your PC. This is where you get started, and then you also have, like, this is the interface of your local server, Xammp as a local server. This is where all the magic happens. So when you install it, the services will not have started. So you have to start the service by clicking start to start the Apache server, and then the second is you click MySQL server. As you click on it, you can click on admin. Okay, when you click on admin, it will take you to a browser of your choice. Either you are doing Brave, you are using Brave, or you are using any other browser. So this is what you'll have as a Apache running. So this is the Apache, and then it can take you straight away to MySQL. Okay, so there is MySQL admin there. When you click it, it will take you to PHP MySQL admin. You can give it a second. Hopefully it is not broken. Okay, the port is running. Yes, so this is MySQL, and this is where you can create your own databases and do whatever you want. So basically you can create your own database here. It's an easy way, a physical way you can create and see how you can write your own database. Just click new to create a new database. New database. I've seen using Laravel. It's using small letters, which is okay. You can do capital letter or small letters. So basically you can just give it new database, and it will always uses like the underscore if it is 2-letter word. So you can create something like that, new database. That is when you're creating database. You can now basically with the database, it has a lot of functions. You can do the CRUD functions, the create, update, delete, creating tables. So basically an example of a table, let's say you create table users. It has 4 columns. So basically 4 columns, it tells us that it will have like 4 elements in it. That is ID. That is that is database design. Basically now when you go this other step further, you are starting to design your own database. So here you will decide to use an ID, like the name is ID, first name, last name, and then date of birth, DOB, date of birth, birth. So with that, you can create your own database, and then you can decide to change now the type, the data type. Okay, this one is going to be an integer, this is going to be a text or varchar. You can use text, varchar. There are different types of text, that is you can use text, date, time. So like date of birth, you can decide to use date. And then last name can also be Vanka or text. Vanka, you can specify the value that you want to have. Let's say you want to have like 50 characters, 50. This is how they normally, so that you can manage the size and the space of your database, and then database value. And then after you have done that, you can just save. At the same time, you can save, and then you can also like preview. Okay, you can preview your SQL, something like that. So inside the data table, it will create something like, so basically it's going to be like this. And then now when you go back to browse, now you'll see it, you have first name, last name, and date of birth. That's how you create your own database. Basically, that is how you specify and create your own database. So this is another session. We're going to have that session, and I want you to take this time to subscribe to our channel if you have not subscribed to our channel, and tell a friend to tell a friend, and then may God really bless you on that. And then so let's go back. That is our new database. You have created your own database. Information need to be stored onto this database, whereby you are going to create username, passwords, and all that stuff. And then now files. Let's talk about files, filing system of your website. So basically, you want to know where to start. So you will hit on explore. When you hit on explore, there's a major file. There's a major file called htdocs. Htdocs is like the root server. Comparing it to the main server out there, like let's say you have a paid server. This is what you're going to have. Now hotdocs is the root server where you're going to put all your files into your system. So let's say I want to create a website called eating chicken, something like that, to eat chicken immediately. So it is I'm going to create a folder called chicken. So I'm imagining I'm creating a website for selling chicken. So I create a folder called chicken on my Xammp, on my hotdocs folder. So remember, hotdocs folder, see Xammp hotdocs. This is where your files will reside. And to test that hotdog folder, you'll just write one. Okay, there are two types of URL you can use. There is the HTTP version of this one, 192.0.1/chicken. Okay, chicken, to go to that website. So you can see this is the parent website for creating that chicken. Okay, so this is where the directories and all the files of your server will be. If I add folders inside there, if I add folders files inside there, the CSS, the style sheet, the images, all the webs, now you'll have a website on this link, localhost/chicken. And also the same way, you can also type localhost/chicken. So that is how you can create your own website. Okay, you can create now. Basically, this is where you get started with your WordPress. Either your WordPress, you can do WordPress, you can do Laravel, you can do anything. You can do HTML websites with that. So with that, you are creating the chicken. You have started creating your. So basically, this is where you get started. You get your hand feet wet. So with that, you need now a code editor. Either Visual Studio Code. I can just show you pieces of codes that are basically the applications that I use. I have Atom here. I have Atom. I have I have Atom there, I have Visual Studio Code, I have WebStorm. So basically all those are the code editors that you can use. And also you can have Notepad editor, Notepad editor. So that is, it's going to help you now writing those codes, and then you're going to see them. As you can see, I'm using Visual Studio Code. I have a project here that is running, and it has, you can see it has a lot of gibberish, the X layout, the div tags. So basically with that you can get started with Bootstrap. So those are now the terms that you're going to get to understand. Okay, Bootstrap is a collection of styles. Okay, the style for your website, basic website basically. So that is what you get started with. So we have now a code editor, that is Visual Studio Code, and then it has some files, and these files are also inside our Xammp folder. If I can just write terminal, and then I can show you the location of where the file is. You can see it is on Laravel, it is on Xammp, hotdogs, Laravel. That is now the thing about. This is now this project. If I go to hotdogs and then I look at Laravel, I'm sorry, I'm going just to do that, and then if Laravel, this is the project. Okay, this is the project. And then now getting started with your project. So when you have your Visual Studio Code editor, it's a robust code editor that you can use, and it's very good. So what you can just do, you can just type, you go to the files and then open folder. Okay, open folder, and then just select your select that chicken folder. You select that chicken folder. This is where now you're going to have your own website. Okay, so at this point you need to create now, you can add all in your files that you require to have your website running. So guys, that is what you can right now. We can now create a new file, and then this file can be an index.html file, and then the way to go about it, you can just type that, you can hit on that and then type index.html. That is your index file, and then now you can now add your HTML snippets here. If you are using Bootstrap, you can add your HTML snippets there, but as a profound editor, you can just type. So basically writing a HTML code, you can just start everything. My goal is you open a function, you close a function. Okay, I don't know why I would say that, but okay, you can start with doc type, and then you can now type HTML. Okay, HTML, you start with HTML, you open, you close. Okay, basically it has to be opened and closed. And then there's most important thing is header. Head, I'm sorry, head. There is head. Okay, it's head, not header. And then there is head, and then you open the head and close the head, and then there is body. You open the body and close the body. Okay, so most of the files, things are written there. Inside the head you can add the title, and then you open, you close, and then on the body now you can add all the pages. You can add H1 to H6 title, and then here on title, let me escape that first. And then here on title is called chicken website, sorry for the spelling mistake. And then H1 to H6, you can just do that. You can copy paste, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and then H6, H6 is the smallest, H1 is the largest, and then you can add a paragraph. P. This is a paragraph. Okay, that is a paragraph. And then the last thing is now with this, now you can style up other things that come in is you can style up, and then you can also add images, and you have started creating. Imagine out of that we have started creating our first website. So on our previous website, before I save that file, you can see it is index.chicken. But if I save that file right now, save, control save, I've saved it, and then if I reload the page, chicken, you can see there is a title, there is a paragraph, and that is how you create your simple HTML website. And that is how you get started with your Xammp server to becoming a pro website. So you can imagine, you can create a simple website like this, and then at the end of the day, after you have created your own website, you can transform it to a complex website like this. Then we just use that, because this one is from Laravel. I'm sorry, I'm just showing you the possibilities that comes with knowing how to create a website. So you can just write that, and then you can now type PHP artisan serve, and then you can even have a complex website like this. Localhost, you can have a complex website like this. Okay, so from zero, this is a complete testimony from zero to hero as a developer. So basically, continue following us, and then I will always be teaching you tips and tricks on how you can have an amazing website from scratch. So basically, we are still continuing with our main website. We were working on roles and permissions and users working together in conjunction with database. So these functions for databases: localhost, PHP MySQL myadmin, PHP myadmin. These functions where we have this, we'll be able to create a website whereby we have a database, and then the database has users, and users have roles, and roles has users, roles, and permissions. So guys, consider subscribing to our YouTube channel, be part of us. And I just want to say utmost thanks to our friends who supported us and who still believe in us. And if you believe in us, please share this to a friend. Tell a friend. He can build his skills, he can build his muscles, he can build himself, because trust me, these things pays. It's a gold mine if you want to survive into this 21st century. There is ChatGPT. So basically, I'll be taking you through all these crazy fanatic things about web development, and you will succeed as I succeed. We succeed together, and may God bless you abundantly. And cheers.